Detach from outcomes, embracing effort over results for greater fulfillment. In our fast-paced, results-oriented society, it's all too easy to tie our self-worth and happiness to the outcomes we achieve. We often find ourselves fixating on the end result, measuring our success by external markers that may be outside our control. However, the practice of detaching from outcomes, an essential principle in Stoic philosophy, encourages us to focus on our efforts and actions rather than the results. By emphasizing what we can control, we not only reduce disappointment, but also cultivate a more fulfilling and resilient approach to life. The philosophy of outcome detachment. The Stoics believed that while we are responsible for our intentions and efforts, we do not control the outcomes of our actions. As Epictetus wisely stated, it is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. By shifting our focus from what we cannot control to what we can, namely our efforts and responses, we can develop a healthier mindset that shields us from unnecessary disappointment and frustration. The benefits of focusing on efforts reduce anxiety and pressure. When we detach from outcomes, we alleviate the pressure to achieve a specific result. This shift fosters a sense of freedom, allowing us to take risks, experiment, and grow without the burden of expectation. Increased motivation and enjoyment. Focusing on the process rather than the product enhances our enjoyment of activities. When we concentrate on putting forth our best effort, we may find more satisfaction in the journey itself rather than solely in achieving a goal. Resilience in the face of setbacks. Outcomes are often unpredictable and influenced by external factors. By valuing our efforts, we build a greater sense of resilience. We learn to adapt to setbacks, maintain our motivation, and respect the process of growth, regardless of the end result. Personal growth and development. When we prioritize our efforts, we cultivate a growth mindset. This perspective emphasizes learning and self-improvement, encouraging us to embrace challenges and view failures as opportunities for growth rather than definitive endings. Cultivating focus on efforts. To adopt a mindset that prioritizes efforts over outcomes, consider the following strategies. Set effort-oriented goals. Instead of establishing goals based solely on end results, create goals that focus on the actions you'll take. For example, instead of aiming to lose a specific amount of weight, commit to exercising for a certain number of days each week. This approach reinforces the commitment to the process. Practice mindfulness. Engage in mindfulness techniques to cultivate present moment awareness. Concentrating on the here and now helps you appreciate your efforts without getting lost in worries about future outcomes. Mindfulness can also enhance your focus and engagement in your tasks. Reflect on your efforts. At the end of each day or week, take time to reflect on the efforts you put forth, regardless of the outcomes. Acknowledge and celebrate the steps you took, the creativity you exercised, and the resilience you demonstrated. This reflection reinforces the value of your efforts and nurtures a sense of progress. Limit comparisons. Comparing your progress to others can lead to feelings of inadequacy, especially when focusing on external outcomes. Instead, concentrate on your personal journey, recognizing that each path is unique. Embrace your individuality and the specific efforts you are making. Embrace a learning mindset. Adopt an attitude that welcomes feedback, learning, and growth. When faced with challenges, instead of fixating on the outcome, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I improve my efforts in the future? This inquiry fosters resilience and adaptability. Navigating challenges and letting go of outcomes. While focusing on efforts is empowering, it can be challenging, especially when societal pressures emphasize result-oriented thinking. Here are some tips to help navigate this transition. Acknowledge your feelings. It's natural to feel disappointment when outcomes don't meet expectations. Allow yourself to acknowledge these feelings without letting them define your self-worth. Recognize that emotions are part of the human experience, and detaching from outcomes is a journey, not an instant change. Seek support. Surround yourself with people who share your commitment to valuing effort over outcome. Engage in conversations about resilience, growth, and the process of pursuing goals. This support can strengthen your resolve. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when you face challenges or disappointments. Remind yourself that the effort you put forth is valuable, regardless of the results. Self-compassion nurtures a healthy mindset, allowing you to embrace life's uncertainties with grace.